prepared for hacks, guys. Today I have a Wi-Fi battle against Deadman. Yes, I know it's been a while since I've done a Wi-Fi battle, but if you're interested in wondering out why, click this annotation right here. It will take you to a video I uploaded a couple days ago, and we'll explain just about everything as to why there haven't been as many lately, but that is going to be changing in a couple of weeks, so please go watch that. Even if you don't really care why there haven't been as many, I still recommend that you go watch it if you have not already. But he's going to go ahead and lead off with Superior. I actually ended up leading off with my Azelf. That way I could get my Stealth Rocks up first turn, because Azelf is very fast. Base 115, you're able to outspeed quite a few things and get your Stealth Rocks up. And unfortunately for him, he ended up missing the Leaf Storm first turn, and that is going to allow me to not only get my Stealth Rocks up, but U-turn out on this Superior as well and get some damage off. So I'm going to be ending... I'm going to end up switching out into my Heatran. That way, I can pretty much take any hit from the Superior, unless he's running HP Ground. That is really the only threat that Superior can have against teams. Even if you're running a Heatran, if they're running HP Ground, and you know it can be a bad day, so you do have to be careful about that. But if they're not running HP Ground, you can wall Superiors all day with Heatrans, especially if you're specially defensive. Then you can just, like I said, all day. Unfortunately for him, he's not running HP Ground, so the best option that he has is actually Dragon Pulse. Leaf Storm, I quad resist because I'm Fire and Steel. Dragon Pulse, I only dual resist because of the Steel typing. Fire type it's neutral against Fire, so unfortunately for him, he kind of got stuck in a bad spot. He could have ended up switching out, but since I did have my Stealth Rocks up, and since he is Life Orbed, his best option was actually to end up just sacking off their Superior. But now he's going to end up going on out into the Donphan, and I make a very ballsy play and just straight up go for the Toxic. I was fairly certain that I was going to outspeed the Donphan regardless, and if he wanted to go for Earthquake first turn, then I would have been fine with that. I honestly expected him to go for Rapid Spin rather than Stealth Rocks, just to go ahead and get those things out of the way. But he ended up going for Stealth Rocks first turn, so that is definitely a benefit to me. Because my Stealth Rocks are still up, and I got the Toxic damage off, so this next turn, I'm going to be able to go for Protect and Scout as to see what he really wants to do here. So go for the Protect, and he does end up revealing that he wanted to go for Earthquake, which is fine with me because I do have an Azelf on my team with Levitate that I can switch on out into, and if he decides to go for Rapid Spin while I switch out, then I just put up Stealth Rocks again with my Azelf, and I'm also running Stealth Rocks on my Heatran, so this team is very Stealth Rocks heavy. I like to have Stealth Rocks up at all times if I can. Even if there's nothing that's really weak to them, it's still residual damage, and it's still going to be breaking Focus Ashes if they have them, and if they're, you know, as long as they're affected by Stealth Rocks. There are a few Pokemon that aren't. But he ends up going for Rapid Spin on the next turn, which is fine with me. You know, I have to waste another turn setting them up, but this Donphan can't really do anything to hit my Azelf. Yeah, it can Ice Shard me, but I can live in Ice Shard, and I'm going to be able to get my Stealth Rocks up regardless. So he ends up switching out into the Sharpedo, which again is... it's scary, obviously, for me, because Sharpedo is very fast and very strong, and especially since he got Stealth Rocks up of his own, that pretty much guarantees Oko possibilities with Sharpedo after Stealth Rocks. But for whatever reason, he ended up not going for Protect on the second turn, or on the first turn of his Sharpedo, so that he would have been able to outspeed my Azelf. So I was actually able to kill him with the U-turn. So I'm not entirely sure what he was thinking there. Might have misclicked, maybe just thought that I would hard switch, I don't know. But, you know, a free kill is a free kill, and if I can get a free kill in a Wi-Fi battle, it's always going to be acceptable for me, because you have to do what you have to do to win, and if your opponent makes a mistake, then you have to capitalize on that and take advantage of that. But I U-turn out, I just go out into Rotom. I wasn't sure what he wanted to go out into, and he went out into the Cofagrigus, so I'm going to Volt Switch out, go out into my Heatran, so that way I can hopefully get a Toxic off on this thing and watch it slowly die. But he ends up just going for Calm Minds here, which obviously is very scary. Cofagrigus is a scary Pokemon. It's very bulky defensively, and you know, after a few Calm Minds, it's pretty much unbreakable, especially if it's running Rest. I don't know if it gets Sleep Talk. I assume that it does. But if it gets Sleep Talk, that makes it even worse, because then it's just a Crocoon, and nobody likes Crocoon. So, but I am able to get the Toxic off, and that is always bueno. And he's actually running Leftovers and not like a Chesto Berry, so that does show me that there is a possibility that he's not running rest, although there is a possibility that he is running rest. So I do need to be careful. I do need to try and kill this Cofagrigus as quickly as possible, but the toxic damage will definitely start to rack up. And since I'm a Heatran and since I'm specially defensive, I can pretty much eat up whatever this Cofagrigus wants to throw at me. So that is also an added benefit there. So I'm going to go for Lava Plume. Just to start racking up damage. Lava Plume isn't going to be doing that much, especially after how many Calm Minds. I think this is his third one that he's going to be getting up here. So after 3 Calm Minds, my Lava Plumes aren't going to be doing that much. But with that on top of the toxic damage, it will definitely be dealing a lot more and more with each turn. But that is, like I said, thanks to the toxic damage. So there isn't really anything that he can do at this point unless he's running rest, and I was really praying that he was not running it, because if he is running it, then it's going to be a bad day for just about everybody here. But he ends up revealing Dark Pulse, and I don't know why he's running Dark Pulse and not Shadow Ball. If this Cofagrigus for whatever was like timid with a Choice Scarf and wanted to like flinch people, I suppose, but his Cofagrigus isn't a fast Pokemon, so there's, in my opinion, there's no point in running Dark Pulse over Shadow Ball, because Cofagrigus isn't a Dark type. It's just a Ghost type. At least I'm 99.9% sure that it's just pure Ghost. So I don't know why he's running Dark Pulse over Shadow Ball. That's something that you would have to ask him. I guess maybe for flinch factors. I don't know, but it's dead now, so that's always a nice benefit. So Deadman can fit and the Cofagrigus right there as he ends up. Can't believe I'm just saying this kind of thing. But he's gonna go out into the Donphan. Obviously, actually, wait, he double switched here. Okay, I forgot that he double switched here, and he double switches out into Wrecking Ball, which is his Darmanitan here. I ended up just going for Protect, I think, just to see what he wanted to do. It would have been more toxic damage up on the Donphan, so. If that would have been the case, then would have been toxic damage. If he would have gone for Earthquake, then I just switch out into something that has Levitate or is a flying type. But I'm gonna go for Protect here. I just kind of want to see what this Darmanitan wants to do. If he's running Superpower, obviously I'm gonna be switching out because I do not want to lose my Heatran. But he went for U-turn, so I'm thinking that he's probably just gonna go for U-turn again. So he ends up doing that. Not entirely sure why. If he's running Superpower, that definitely would have been the better option. Maybe thought that I would predict that and switch out into his Elf, get the U-turn off or whatever. But he's going to go out into his Tentacruel over here. Nice and accurate name on that on the Tentacruel there. Just going to go for Lava Plume. I have really nothing to lose at this point. You know, Heatran is a Heatran, and it's done just about everything that it's needed to. Definitely the MVP of this battle by far. And he's going to go for Toxic Spikes. And not entirely sure as to why he's taking the time to set up hazards now, because they're not going to be really helping him out that much. I actually end up getting the burn with the Lava Plume, which is always a benefit, especially on a Tentacruel, because you can't poison it. Yeah, you can paralyze it. Tentacruel is actually surprisingly fast, so paralyzing it isn't that bad of an idea, but residual damage is definitely what you're going to want to be aiming for, at least on Tentacruels, because 99.9% of the time they're going to be bulkier, kind of rapid spinner / take a hit / set up toxic spikes kind of deal with the Tentacruel. So most of the time you're going to want to try and burn it if you can. Obviously, if you can't burn it, then paralyze it. That way you can have a status on it, at least something, you know. That way it also has a chance to get fully paralyzed and not do anything for a turn, which is also an added benefit. But I'm going to end up switching out into my Latios here. There isn't really anything Tentacruel can do. Tentacruel actually does get knockoff, so that was something that I had to be wary about, but I didn't expect him to go for that. He ends up going for Scald and actually burns my Latios, which isn't, obviously, it's not that big of a deal either, because Latios is there for power. It's not there to live long. It's just there to kill what needs to be killed. So Psyshock is definitely going to be able to knock out this Tentacruel. So Tentacruel's gone. And now all he has left, I believe, is Donphan and Darmanitan, I think, at this point. I think that's all he's got left. But he's going to go out into Wrecking Ball, which is indeed the Darmanitan. And the Darmanitan is actually taking another 25% thanks to the Stealth Rocks. So the Darmanitan is, you know, chilling at 50% health. There isn't really anything he can do. I'm going to end up switching out into my Azumarill. Yeah, he does have Toxic Spikes and Stealth Rocks up on my side of the field, but it's very late in the game that it's not going to be making too much of a difference. He ends up going for U-turn here, and that's pretty much what I expected. I'm assuming that this is a Choice Scarf Darmanitan, so I had a feeling that he would want to end up switching out there and going on out into Donphan, and that is indeed what he ended up doing. So no, like I said, I think all he has left is Donphan and Darmanitan, and obviously at this point, it's going to be very easy for me to take these things out. Toxic damage, of course, because he U-turned in, so he's going to be taking that. I'm also going to be taking some poison damage. No, I'm taking toxic damage too, because he has 2 layers of toxic spikes up. I'm going to end up switching my Azumarill out. I need my Azumarill for his Darmanitan. I'm going to go ahead and go on out into my Rotom, because there isn't really anything Donphan can do to Rotom. I do have Levitate, so I'm not affected by that Earthquake whatsoever. Going to get some leftovers recovery, because, you know, the Stealth Rocks are poking at me a little bit. And he's going to get some leftovers recovery and then take a little bit more toxic damage over there. So Donphan is slowly dying while my pokes are slowly regaining health. Go for Hydro Pump. Obviously, it's going to be enough to kill this Donphan. Unless they're running like an AV Donphan, Hydro Pump is generally always going to be enough to kill them. Obviously, they do have Sturdy, but if their Sturdy isn't intact, you're going to be able to knock them out with a Hydro Pump. And now all he's got left is Wrecking Ball. Obviously, I'm a Rotom. I really have nothing to fear from this thing. So I might even go for Volt Switch here just to secure the hit. He ends up going for Flare Blitz. Obviously, it's going to be hurting quite a bit. Sheer Force Darmanitan is not something to laugh at. Going to go ahead and go for Volt Switch, and that is going to be enough to take out the Darmanitan. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Wi-Fi battle. Make sure to like it. I know it's been a while, but make sure you click that like button. It definitely helps me out. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this battle. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because that really does help me out, guys. I am going to be going to PAX East in a couple of weeks here. So if you're going, let me know in the comments as well. Maybe we can plan something, meet up, and hang out for a little bit. And, you know, just chill with everybody else that's going. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you back again tomorrow with another video. Probably more of the Let's Play. I don't think there will be a Wi-Fi battle tomorrow. But like I said, go check out this video right here if you have not already, or if you didn't do it at the beginning of this video. It definitely has a lot of information that I think you guys would find useful. So if you go over there, click that, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below and all that good stuff. And we will see you back again tomorrow. May the hacks be with you guys.